Sugma. So now we're gonna watch a complete beginner's guide to Apex Legends by Apex Legends Gods. Yeah, I don't know how it works. We're gonna figure it out because I suck at Apex. That's loud as shit still.
What's going on, legends? My name is
Holy
Keith. Allen, your motivation
fuck,
guy.
Keith.
I'm here to
I
teach
love
all
you.
of our newer legends
Learn me some
amazing tips
shit.
and tricks to start improving. You know, 2021 has shown the highest peak player base since Apex was released. So we
Fuck
thought
COD,
this would
bro.
be the perfect time to make a video to help all the newer players out. This game can be really frustrating, but it doesn't have to be. You guys ready for this? Let's get this going.
Talk to me, Keith.
The gunplay, mechanics, artwork, and legends tick so many boxes for players looking to get into a fun yet challenging battle royale. With 20 teams dropping in, it's not going to be easy getting to the top. There are currently
I get shit on all the
legends,
time.
all with incredible abilities and unique personalities. And with over 25 guns to choose from, the options are almost limitless with how you want to play the game. Because
That's really not that bad. Like 25, that's really not that bad. That's pretty. That's how many does COD have? Like in a given meta, like 10. That's not that bad.
There's so many choices. The
That's not that
firing
bad.
range will become your best friend. Try to stray away from just practicing with the same weapon every time. Apex is a battle royale after all, and it's not guaranteed you're gonna find that R301 with the purple light mag every game. Inviting someone to a friendly 1v1 is a great way to work on close range accuracy and movement.
Kill your
Warming up
friends.
for about 5 minutes before your
Got
first
it.
game of the day will help with cold hands.
Wait,
and
did he say
shadings.
45
So
minutes?
one big piece of advice for all newer players is that the more someone to a
Did he
friendly
say
1v1 is a great way to work on close range accuracy and movement. Warming up for about 5 minutes before your first game
For
of the day
about
will
5
help with
minutes.
cold hands and
Okay, I
shadings.
thought he said
So one big
45
piece of
minutes.
advice for all newer players is that the more you play, the less nervous you're going to be, and the more confidence you're going to gain. Once you start to win some gunfights, understand the map, and learn all the legends, you're going to see your confidence increase quickly. Understanding all 17 legends in the game is a very important aspect of this as well. When we talk about legends, we are recommending some that may be easier to play while getting the grasp of all the other fundamentals. At the end of the day, each type of legend has at least one viable legend in the meta, no matter which class you want to play. Currently, there are 4 classes of legends: offensive, defensive, recon, and support. Recon legends are able to hit survey beacons to provide info to their team. If you just created a new account, only 10 of the 17 legends are available. Out of these 10, we would recommend Bloodhound, Lifeline, and Gibraltar. Learning the game and adjusting to combat is very easy on Bloodhound. His
I like
scan
Lifeline.
provides good intel for your team,
I like
and his
Gibby.
ultimate allows for quick engagements or getaways. Being able to track enemies by their footsteps and looting path is a great way to start understanding where your opponents are. Lifelines bring survivability to the team with her healing drone.
Keep
and her
people
quick
alive.
res. Her care packages,
W.
having been buffed recently, are extremely useful for gear. Overall, we like how simple her kit is for the newer players because she allows you to focus more on your gameplay rather than learning the kit of your legend. Gibraltar is also a fantastic legend to really start off with due to his versatile kit. His 2 passives, Gun Shield and Fortified, make him very tanky. Gibby can either take the fight to the enemy or set up a strong hold for his team. Definitely check out our guide on Gibby to get the full breakdown on how to play this amazing legend. His
Shameless
damage
plug.
reduction from his passive gives him the strength to get you through any tough learning
This is some
curves
old
the game
ass
throws
footage
your
of the
way.
Spitfires
The
in
reason
there.
we recommend the previous legends for a newer player is because A, they have very simplistic kits, B, they're available right when you get the game, and C, they're just very strong legends when you do use their abilities. So one important thing to remember though, even though we only recommend a few legends,
Damn,
is
get
that
shitty
you
with it,
really
bro.
need to learn what every legend does. That way, when you see a pesky Revenant running at you, there's no surprises when he uses his death totem, or you're not thrown off when Horizon throws her black hole and causes chaos. Even if you aren't going to play the other legends, you should look to learn them because you want to make sure you're always prepared for what every legend can throw at you.
Makes sense.
One of the hardest things to learn when starting in Apex is going to be where to land and what to do afterwards. Many times people just default
Sit in a
to
corner,
where their favorite
camp.
streamer goes, and that's not always going to be the most helpful thing if you're just
Hell
starting
no,
out.
I'm not hot
We
dropping.
recommend you drop on an outskirts POI or less populated one so that you spend as much time in
Point of interest, by the way.
getting the hang of everything. Your goal after dropping is to loot up as quickly as possible. If you do end up landing with some enemies and happen to get good armor and weapons off drop, don't be afraid to be aggressive. Pushing an enemy squad before they have a chance to loot up can be a fantastic way to clear your landing spot. with minimum resources used. And so one of the biggest pitfalls new players fall into is just hiding from everyone, trying to sneak their way to top 5 placement. Although that strategy can gain you points, you're not going to improve as a result. And if you find good loot off spawn, you should be trying to look to get aggressive and really get some reps in. As of Season 9, you start off with a little bit of heals in the form of 2 shield cells and 2 syringes. As far as armor goes, you have a white armor, white knockdown, and a white helmet. Syringes and cells are not the only heals though. You will also find med kits that take more time than a syringe, but heal your health back to full. And shield batteries do the same, just for shields. The biggest and slowest healing item is the Phoenix Kit.
The penis
It
kit.
takes a whopping 10 seconds to use, but it heals both
The big
health
penis
and
kit.
shield full.
Got it.
Hunting for an initial backpack is also advised, as the starting 10 spots get filled rather quickly. Unfortunately, you won't start with the most important thing for your survival, a weapon. Luckily for you, these are scattered across the Outlands with ground loot locations and looting bins, and you can even get rare, powerful weapons from care packages. Looking at the map and getting a good idea of where the ring is going to be is a great way to position yourself for success. If your drop location has a survey beacon, ping it for your Bloodhound, Crypto, Pathfinder, or Valkyrie. The earlier the better with this. Getting a head start on other teams with rotations and looting speed is going to be key to dominating fights.
OG alternator? Yeah, this is
one of the
old.
other useful piece of advice is that you should aim to land in the same spots each game when you're starting off. Why, you may ask? Because you're going to learn very quickly where all the best loot is at that location, become faster at looting, and start doing better in your games as a result. Just remember, the more you play and the more you learn, the faster you'll improve. And if you're struggling to learn the legends, where to land, or you're just struggling in general, consider heading over to ProGuides.com. We have some of the best coaches who are ranked masters and above in the top 1,000 players in the world, and they're going to be more than happy to help you on your road to learning the game. It's affordable and the only proven way to improve rapidly. Finding yourself in the middle of a fight can be extremely exciting, or nerve-wracking if you don't have the right tools for the job. With over 25 guns in Apex, there are many options to fight your enemies with. A few good weapons to have your eyes peeled for are the R301, Spitfire, and the Volt. Light ammo is normally in abundance, so having the game's most well-rounded assault rifle in your hands is going to set you up for success. The R301 is great for beginners and is run by many professional players. This gun pairs amazingly with 2x or 3x and really puts damage down range quickly. You definitely want to look for a light mag for it, but it'll get the job done even without one early game. The Spitfire has the largest magazine and pumps damage out.
Pretty sure you can't use that anymore. I'm pretty sure it's like in a drop,
have 50
right?
bullets to shoot before even thinking of reloading. A 3x Ranger helps this gun dominate the medium range engagements as well. Coupled with the solid close range hipfire, it really is the Swedish knife of Apex. If an SMG is more your style, we definitely think the Volt will be a great fit for you. With good damage output and the largest range of any SMG, this gun is looked at very highly by many great players. Now, regardless of the weapons or legends you use, you're going to lose many fights. Learning how to get better at fighting is going to involve you rolling with the punches and just trying to take something away from every death. If you just get tilted about dying, you're going to have a much tougher time improving. You know, Apex has RNG. Not every game is going to go your way, but every game has learning opportunities packed into it. And so don't be scared to fight, guys, because it's one of the best ways to improve. Take each death, each kill, and each game as an opportunity to gather new information about the game. You know, maybe you just got a kill with the Spitfire and you just realized, like, wow, like, this gun is amazing. Or maybe you had an L-Star and you were instantly disappointed with the wacky weapon. Regardless, you're gonna learn so much more, guys, from playing games and rolling with the punches than you will if you're just dying and getting upset about it. No matter how many kills you get or how much damage you pumped out, if you lose to the last squad, the game can feel ruined. Don't worry though, guys, we got the tips you need to succeed. After fighting through the early to mid-game, you should be flush with supplies and somewhat aware of where the ring is ending. Finding a strong high ground and playing off of audio from nearby fights is going to be a great way of third-partying your way to the top. Don't overinvest into these fights though, because if you go too deep, you may end up being third-partied yourself. You have to think of any gunshots in this game as an alarm to every team of where the action is. So if you're fighting for too long in a certain location, you should anticipate that you will get third-party. And at the end of the day, the easiest fights to take is when your opponents are already preoccupied. And so once you're in a top 5 scenario, you want to focus on locating teams and positioning accordingly. Keeping count and knowing where they are is key to getting that isolated team fight or just waiting and watching the mayhem unfold. And so don't feel like you have to push a fight that's happening, as you may be entering a worse situation. Top 3 squads is where the fun really begins. You know, first thing that we want you to do is take a deep breath. You can do this, and we're here to help you.
Please.
You want to focus your position
Help
on
me.
the other squad's fighting, okay? Once they begin and you see a knock in the kill feed on the top right of your screen, go in with guns blazing. This isn't about playing chicken, it's about playing smart. And so if you get an isolated fight with one of the other 2 squads, then take it. Like we said earlier, man, like this is why keeping track of other squad locations will be super important. And so not every game is the same, so reading the situation at hand is going to propel you and your team to victory. When it comes to starting a new battle royale, having a good idea of what fundamentals you need to improve at is going to be the key to unlocking your full potential. Spending some time in the firing range is a great way to get a head start on that. Making sure to try out all the guns and legends and getting a good idea of what there is going to
Be
make your
smart.
games a lot smoother.
Use your
If
brain.
you have found this video, then you're already doing a great thing for obtaining more information. All right, so now that we brought you guys
Talk to me,
our
Keith.
top tips and tricks for all you beginner players out there, and even for you experienced players just brushing up on your fundamentals, you
Far
can
from
put
it.
these strategies to use. You know, we're sure you're gonna find massive success. If you guys like the video, subscribe to the channel.
I'm gonna try.
If you want to connect with me on my Instagram, I'm right here at Your Motivation
Thanks,
Guy.
Keith.
Keep grinding, never quit. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.
Shout out Keith, bro. Shout out Keith. All right, so here's what I learned. Here's my takeaways. Learn everything. Read a book. Shoot better. Don't die. Know where the storm is going all the time. Take less damage. And don't get pissed. I think that's like the 6 big tips, right? Like just like, don't die. Be better than them. I think you're good, right? Like, so I'm going to take what they told me. I'm going to implement that. I think it could work really, really well.